Nigerians. We are going to begin officially very soon, but I would like you to indicate where you are joining from at this moment so that you can recognize the presence of everybody from different countries, different continents. I mean, you are special people. For you to have made it this far, it's something worth recognizing. So please indicate where you're joining from briefly while we begin shortly. We'll commence by 1:15 p.m. Before we do, please indicate where you're joining us from so that we can recognize you. You're a special person, and we want to acknowledge your presence here. Please let's do that. I can see. Okay, let me. I can see Adekemi Adekunle on the call. I can see Esther Ekemode on the call, and so many people. Please indicate where you're joining us from so that I will acknowledge, and then we can comment. Let's do that briefly, please. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Rizel. And please pardon me if I don't pronounce that correctly. She's joining from Philippines. Thank you so much, our Filipinos. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, that's a long way. Thank you so much, Tristan. And hope I got that. Those from US, those from Canada, Nigeria, Abuja, Lagos. If you are here from those places I've mentioned as well, please indicate whether or not you are from Nigeria or Lagos. Let's know where you're joining us from. Please let's get familiar with you. We have to recognize your presence because I mean it took a whole thank you so much, Taiwo. Taiwo says she's joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you. We're so glad to have you. We're so glad to have you, Tristan. We're so glad to have you, and we're so glad to have you, Taiwo. Okay, I know that there are other people on this call. We have many more people on this call, so please do same. Esther says she's joining from Las Gidi. Okay, I believe that's Lagos, right? Thank you so much, Esther, for joining us on this call. We're so glad to have everyone here, most especially those that have climbed several mountains, crossed several seas to be here. I mean, Philippines, no, that's a lot. Thank you so much for joining us here. David, thank you. David, where are you joining us from? Good afternoon to you, David, too, as well. Indicate where you're joining us from. And I want us to open our minds and our hearts to learn a lot about today's class. Oh, Obala Olajide says he's joining from Eko, Eko, Nigeria. Thank you so much for being on the call, Obala. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much. We're delighted to have you. I want us to open our minds and our hearts to today's class. This is something that's worth thousands of naira. I don't know how much it's worth in other currencies, but this class is gold. So it's for us to open our hearts and minds to absorb everything we'll be learning today. Okay, let's get. Oh, Aisha says she's joining from Abuja. Wow, that's far away from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us on this call, Aisha. We are delighted to have you. Adekemi Adekele says she's joining from Badagry. Badagry. Thank you so much for being on the call. Abayomi says he's joining from Bega, Lagos. That's a far distance too. relative to where this call is being held. So thank you so much for joining us from Bega. David says he's joining from Lagos. Okay, I think someone has David. You have your hands raised. Do you want to say something? And Wingy Sai, I think he has his hands raised too as well. Do you want to say something? Please, if you want to say something, please go ahead. Please go ahead if you want to say something. Okay, I guess that was a mistake or something. Okay, fine. No, let's just okay. If you want to say something, right? Let's do this. Let's have it said after the call, after the class. Everybody will have time to say whatever they want to say, anything they want to say. You all have the time to say that. And as many of your friends that are yet to be on this call, please do so well to tell them to join the call. We haven't started officially. This class will begin by 1:15 p.m. So you have few minutes to invite as many friends as you think will be beneficiaries of this class. Because like I said, this class is gold. You rarely see any company, any organization, any school that will give this knowledge out for free without a penny. So if you have friends that you feel like will that you feel would navigate into the solar installation space that would be beneficiaries of this class, please do invite them to be on this call. It's not too late. It might be family, it's not too late. Please let them join this call. Let them join this call as soon as possible. And then there will be time for everybody to speak. So no need to worry. All your questions will be answered. Everything you need to know about solar installation, you'll get answers to it. Who knows? Tomorrow you might just build your own establishment or something, or just navigate into that business and be making cool cash. So let's keep our minds open. Invite your friends. Tell them to join up. Join the call. Okay. We have very few minutes more. Less than 7 minutes will be commencing officially. In less than 7 minutes will be commencing officially. So if you still have friends, please invite them to join. Please, as you're joining, indicate where you're joining us from so that we can acknowledge you. You are special people, and you're worthy of acknowledgement. For you to be on this call today, despite how busy life can be, for you to be on this call today, it shows that you value this class, you value Super Verge Tech, and then you just love to be here. So you ought to be recognized. Indicate where you're joining us from so that we can recognize these beautiful people. Oh, David Akitoye, you said when will the class? Don't worry, not to worry, not to worry. Would would give you the information as soon as the class commences. So trust me, every time spent here will be worth it. Trust me. The class is going to be basically brief, not so long. It's not going to be as lengthy as anything, but every word, every activity you'll be doing today would count. So just open your mind and your heart to this class. You're not going to waste your time. You're going to learn. Get ready to learn. Get ready to unlearn. Get ready to relearn. We have 5 more minutes before we commence the class. I can see many people joining in. We are so glad to have you. We are so glad to have you. We are so glad to have you. Please, as you join, indicate where you're joining us from so we can acknowledge you. How are you? Hello. Hello. Can everyone hear me? Okay, if we can, just let me see your thumbs up. Okay, beautiful. Good day once again, ladies and gentlemen. I am Abisola Folu-Agoi. I am Super Veg Tech's brand ambassador, and I'll be your host for today's webinar. Joining me on this beautiful platform is an amazing co-host in person of Excellence Favors. Please, Excellence Favors, please do well to introduce yourself.
Hello, good afternoon. He was excellent, and I'm very glad to join as your lovely co for this lovely.
Okay. All right, so without further ado, I'll be introducing our guest speaker for today's webinar. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to today's Solar Installation Masterclass. At Super Veg Tech, we are deeply committed to empowering individuals and businesses with the knowledge and skills needed to embrace sustainable energy solutions, reduce electricity costs, and create new opportunities for financial growth. We believe that access to the right training can unlock endless possibilities, whether you're looking to power your home, start a career in solar installation, or build a business in the renewable energy sector. And to help us bring this journey today, we have a truly inspirational and multi-talented leader joining us. Our guest is a visionary, tech expert, educator, and innovator who has made significant contributions across multiple industries. As an Android developer, he has built engaging and user-friendly applications from learning management systems to mobile games. His expertise as a UX designer ensures that technology is both functional and intuitive. Beyond software development, his passion for sustainability led him to become an experienced solar installer, working on numerous projects to promote clean energy solutions for a greener future. His dedication to empowering others has driven him to train over 1,000 individuals in software engineering, UX design, digital marketing, and solar installation. As the CEO of Super Veg Tech and the founder of Super Veg Tech Academy, is on a mission to create impact, helping people gain valuable skills, build successful careers, and drive innovation. We are honored to have him with us today to share his expertise, inspire us, and guide us toward a future powered by knowledge and clean energy. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Abisayo Folu-Agoi. Let's show some love in the chat section. Let's unmute. Let's welcome him. We are honored to have the CEO of Super
You're
Vegtech
welcome, sir.
here in our midst. Let's show some excitement through our emojis, through comments in the chat box. Let's just do something.
You're welcome, sir.
Mr. Abisayo Folu-Agoi, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Abisola, for that warm welcome. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. I'm so happy to see every one of you here to learn about solar installation, to learn about clean energy. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you so much. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
All right. Like Bisola mentioned, a developer, a software engineer. Now, something happened a few years ago when I started my career as a developer. One of the first job I got as a developer, the first full-time job I got as a developer was working with a foreign-based company, a US-based company. Now, for those of us that are staying in Nigeria, you know how it is with lights. And usually when I'm doing the working with the company, we usually have meetings, like regular meetings every now and then. This particular time I was having a meeting, a very, very urgent meeting that I needed to attend to. And you know how it is. So when I got home, I put on my system in order to, because there are some tools that the laptops will use in order for me to attend the meeting. Now, when I put on my laptop, I realized that the battery was low. Then there was no lights. You know how light is in Nigeria. We are still trying to solve the problem of inadequate power supply. So I went to go and put on the generator. That is the 4 generator. When I went that night to put on the generator refused to start. I changed the plug, I bought engine oil, I did everything. The generator refused to start. And then in the process of pulling the gen and pulling it, the rope cut. I was very frustrated. I just sat down on that pavement there. I was just like confused. I didn't know what to do anymore. And then me and my brother told me that, let us go. Then we started going through the whole neighborhood that by 10 p.m. in the middle of the night, looking for someone to fix the gen. We eventually found someone, and then the person came, but he couldn't put on the gen. That very day, I missed the meeting, and it was very painful. I realized that generator or relying on generator or NEPA, because in Nigeria we normally call it NEPA, that is the power holding company of Nigeria, to produce lights, it is not reliable. I realized that at times there are situations whereby there is fuel scarcity, at times there is not enough fuel, at times we have different kind of issues. So there has to be a better way whereby you can provide adequate power supply, 24 hours power supply. A better way where you don't need to be thinking that, okay, I need to buy fuel, I need to buy engine oil, I need to buy plug, I need to fix my gen, I need to service my gen. Sometimes, you'll be in the middle of a meeting, they will just take the lights. All those kind of things has to end. There's another thing in Nigeria whereby whenever rain is falling, we know that they're going to take the light. So this moved me, it drove me to look for a solution to this problem, that as a developer in the country, building code for businesses and individuals around the globe, making sure that I have 24 hours, 7 days power supply. That pushed me to go and study solar installation at Solar Affairs. Now I studied for about a year. I served under the company, and then when I graduated from the company, I started installing solar in different parts of the country. Now it's my passion to not just keep this skill to myself. It's my passion to share with everyone, because there's one thing I believe dearly. I believe that we we grow by lifting others. We grow by helping one another. We build ourselves by building others. So I know that there are many people that has this kind of challenge in their apartment, in their businesses. This issue with lights, inadequate power supply. Look at the fuel prices; it's always increasing. Yesterday it was 500 naira per liter. Now almost 1,000 naira per liter. Tomorrow maybe going to go to 2,000 naira per liter. And people who are just starting tech, for instance, and they are heavily reliant on this power, it's going to be very challenging for them. So that is why I put together this class to teach you all, to teach as many people as possible who are willing to change the status quo of their electricity, who are willing to take power in their own hands and to give themselves 247 power supply. Now, after this training program, you are going to be better ready. So you are going to be in the best position to know how to supply yourself 247 lights. And even if you don't want to do it yourself, maybe you want to call an engineer to work for you, you would know what to do. You would know when you are being deceived. You know, there are some engineers that will just try to just rob you of your money and just give you substandard products. Maybe you tell them to buy 2.5 kVA for you, and then they buy 1.5 kVA inverter, and then they tell you that it's 3.5 kVA. But because you don't know how to check, you don't know the difference between different kind of inverters, you don't know anything, you are not aware, you are ignorant, they can easily just rob you, and then that is it. I remember going to a particular apartment, and this particular guy, they gave him a 30 amps charge controller for his inverter, and they told him that it is actually 60 amps. But when I got there, I said this is not 60 amps, because I'm an engineer and I know that this is not 60 amps. So assuming that guy has this knowledge, this solar installation knowledge, they won't have been cheated like that. You understand? So that is what this program is about. So that is exactly why this program was. So can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? You can just, all right, cool. Okay, so let's just begin. Before we start, please, I want you to go on your browser and just click on Slido, www.slido.com, then join as participants, because I want this class to be very interactive, very interactive, and very, engaging. So just go to www.slido.com, join as participants, enter this code, or you simply scan this QR code on your screen, and then there are some questions I'm going to ask you. You're just going to type in the answer, just for the purpose of the class being engaging and interactive. So quickly, now the first question I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask you is, for those of us that already have solar. Okay, let me first of all say this. If you know that you have solar already in your apartment, can you just like give an emoji, just an emoji, or you can just in the chat section just drop an emoji. You already have solar in your apartment. Okay, Peter, Adekemi, okay, you already have solar. Okay, so those of you that have solar, the first question I'm asking you is this: what do you enjoy most in your solar system? What do you enjoy most in your solar system? So that's the first question. So when you go to Slido, www.slido.com, just join as participant, enter that code or scan the QR code, and then just answer the question quickly. So for those of you that have solar system, what do you enjoy most in your solar system? So I'm going to display the results. Okay, someone said photosynthesis. Let me share it. Okay, someone said you not see my screen. Can you all see my screen, please? Can you see my screen? Let me. You can see my screen, okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So please just. All right, cool. So just type just go to this particular website and just answer the question that is there. What do you enjoy most in your solar system? Those of you that have solar system, what do you enjoy the most? Is it comfortable? Is it makes your life? Does it make your work easier? Does it make you be able to perform more tasks than if you do not have a solar system? A. All right. So someone, okay, just one response. Okay. I'm going to display it now. I'm going to display it. Just give me a minute. You keep on answering, please. Just keep on answering. Okay, so you keep on answering. It's still loading. Still loading. Keep on answering. I'm saying it. Usage, structure, features.
We can no longer see your screen.
Yes, I know that. I'm going to share it now. I'm just working on something. Okay, I'm going to share. I'm sharing it now. Yeah, can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, very good. So look at what you all answered. Somebody said the availability of electricity. Yes. Interaction, stunning. Okay. Someone said structure. It makes me feel comfortable and relaxed. Someone said the light. Someone said it makes them feel comfortable. Yes, solar system makes you feel comfortable. No stress. At times when rain is falling, you don't need to. You know when you're putting on your generator, you go under the rain to put on gen. You know, but when you have solar, you don't have to go under the rain. Just put it on. Very easy. Very comfortable. It's durable. Durability. Yes, very durable. Someone said captivating, power benefit. Okay, that is all. So I'm going to ask another question. The second question I'm going to ask, let me ask another question quickly. The second question I'm asking is I've stopped the first question now. For those of us that do not have solar system, now please, if you know that you don't yet have solar system in your house, but you maybe you don't yet have, you have the desire to install, but you have not yet installed, can you please just indicate, send an emoji or indicate in the chat section? Okay, yeah, excellence. Maybe you want to have, okay, Taiwo, Ayinde. Okay. All right, so okay, David, Samuel, okay, Samuel. All right, Mr. Samuel. Okay, so I want to, okay, so I'm going to ask you the question now. Still on Slido, what is your biggest concern or challenge when it comes to installing solar system in your apartments? So you will reply in that Slido on the screen. Just go to slido.com, click on the link, join as participants, then enter with that code. So the question is, what is your biggest concern or challenge? A lot of people tell me a lot of challenges. Some of them say maybe the price, some of them say different kind of things. So just write it
Is this
down.
for those that have it already or a general question?
Well, I'm more, and the question is mostly directed to those that don't yet have it, but maybe they have some kind of concern. You know, that's skeptical in installing solar for whatever reasons. So you can just answer the question. You can just answer it in the Slido. Just go to slido.com, join as participant and the code. All right. Let me see. The costs. I have no concrete information about it. Okay, someone said the cost. Let me share it now. Okay, somebody said the costs. I have no concrete information about it. Give me a minute. The price. Mostly, I know that a lot of people say the price. The price is always what scares people away. When I just mention the price like this, everybody just wants away. So that one is. Someone said neighbors. Okay. Their neighbor, maybe their neighbor is to disturb them. Okay. Incomplete parts would not make it work well. Okay, I'm going to present it now. I'm going to show you what everybody said. Okay, so let me share it now. Okay, so this is it here. So somebody said the price, the costs. Somebody said fear of radiation from the panel. Okay, the panel. Does the panel give radiation? You're afraid of gamma rays or what? Somebody said maintenance and space, where to install. Okay, maybe they don't have enough space in their apartment, so they are thinking of that. Incomplete parts would not make it work well. Okay, someone is, maybe the person is considering buying it in part. Okay, the price. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. That was amazing. I really got a lot of answers from you. So please stick to the end of the training so that you can get to answer your questions. Because somebody said the radiation, the panels, does the panel give off harmful radiations? That is one. That is a question that you should ask after the class. Ask the question that does panels give harmful radiation? So after this class, you are going to give in the freedom, the liberty to ask as many questions as you want to ask about solar system and installation. So thank you very much once again. Let us jump right into the class now. Thank you for participation. Thank you for everything. So let's begin. Now, can we all hear me? Can you all see my slide? Because we are starting now. You can bring out your pen, your paper. It's time for us to start discussing about solar system. So just okay, thank you very much. You cannot hear me. So what is a solar system? Now, the solar system is derived from two key words, namely the sun, that is, and system. The sun, solar and system. Solar means sun. Anytime you hear the word sun, just know that it is solar. So what then is a solar system? A solar system refers to a photovoltaic system. Photovoltaic system, now PV, designed to convert sunlight into electricity for residential, commercial, or industrial use. It consists of several interconnected components that generate, store, and distribute solar energy efficiently. The essence of the solar system is to be able to harness the power, the energy from the sun. So it converts the sunlight. Please take note. It does not convert ultraviolet radiation. No. It doesn't convert UV rays. No. Or electromagnetic rays. No. It converts sunlight. Do you understand? Sunlight, visible lights in the electromagnetic spectrum is called visible light. So you convert that visible light that you see into electricity for use in your homes. Now, what are the key components of our solar system? Let's say you want to install solar system in your house, in your apartments, and you are thinking, there are some people that maybe they want to buy it individually. They might not necessarily want to give an engineer to buy everything for them. They want to buy it by themselves. What components would you be considering buying? Or let me put it this way. What are the major components that you are going to be considering buying? If you have the solar panels, it's also called PVC. It's either you call it solar panels, or you call it solar modules, or you call it PVC. They mean the same thing. PVC simply means photovoltaic cell. Photovoltaic cell. So when you hear PVC, you should know what it means. So if somebody calls it PVC, it still means solar panels. Then the second one is your inverter. You need an inverter. Then the other one is your battery. You need the battery. Some people call it the battery bank. Then you need the charge controller. Then finally, you need electrical wiring and some protective appliances. Yes, you need to stay safe. Electricity is very, very dangerous. I remember one of our participants who is training with us is learning coding, and then he told me that he wanted to follow us to sites when we are doing some solar installation site. And I have to tell him that, see, I would love to take you to the site, but you are not yet, I've not trained you yet. Electricity is not like coding. Coding, even if you get a laptop and you're pressing nonsense, so to speak, nothing will happen to you. The only thing that you just notice that probably you might you just see that the system might not run, or to run the code you wanted it to run. But when it comes to solar system installation, you are dealing with electricity. You are actually dealing with electricity. Sometimes you are dealing with large voltage, large currents. So if you make the wrong move, the person can get injured or harmed. That is why we don't just take anybody to the site with us. We must make sure that before we take anybody to the site, we must train them. We must go through some maybe 2 or 3 months, or 2 months or 3 months of training. Tell them how to, the difference between positive and negative terminals, different kind of connections, how to climb the roof properly, how to be protected, how to be secure, what happens when worst case scenario happens. When you are properly trained, we can now start taking you to sites with us. Do you understand? So that's it. Now, let us talk about solar panels, because I believe this is the most important part of the solar system. Solar panels, very, very key. We'll talk about the definition, the types, and the uses. Okay. What are solar panels? What are solar panels? Solar panels or solar modules, like I told you, is either you call it solar panels, or you call it solar modules, or you call it PVC, photovoltaic cell. Photo simply means light. Voltaic simply means voltage. Photovoltaic cell. These are devices that convert sunlight into electricity using PV cells. They are a key component of a solar energy system, commonly used for residential, commercial, and industrial power generation. So the solar panels, which are called PV, they are the ones in charge of converting the visible light from the sun into electricity. You understand? So that is the purpose of the solar panels on the roof, which the electricity is now used. Now, PV cells. Now, take note. There are something called PV cells. PV cells is one unit. It makes up the solar panel. Do you understand? It makes up the entire solar panel. So there's something called the PV cell. What are PV cells? Photovoltaic cells, also known as solar cells, are devices that convert sunlight directly into electricity through the photovoltaic effect, where the light energy, which are photons, generate a flow of electrons. So these are cells in the solar panel. There are some cells. Let us look at the cells basically. Now, if you see the diagram, can you see the diagram? You can see my cursor, right? You can see it's turning. You can see. Can you see it, please?
Sorry,
You
but we're not anything.
can see it? You can see my cursor.
No.
You cannot see my cursor.
Oh, it's just S I can see.
Just S.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I want to see. Just give me a minute. I want to show, but can you see my screen? Can you see what I'm presenting now?
Yeah, we can.
We can see it.
Okay. You should be able to see this blue green cursor now.
Yeah, we are seeing it. We are seeing it.
And now I'm
We
saying,
can
I
see it.
just
I can see it.
Thank you. Okay, I joined my phone now to check if I can see. So this
You can
place.
see it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's continue now. So this place here is called a cell. Do you understand? It's called a cell, photovoltaic cell. Now look at this is one unit. So if you break the solar panel into pieces, one of it is called a cell. Now, photovoltaic cells are connected electrically in series or parallel to produce higher voltages, current, and power levels. So you see this cell. If you look at this other one that I'm pointing at, you can see that this cell is arranged like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So that is about 72, right? That is of it in this particular one here. Right? So 72 of these cells here arranged. Now they are connected, most of the time they are connected in series. So This single cell now is about 0.5 volt or 0.6 volts. So if arrange it like this now in series, it's about 0.5 times 72. Now, what is now a panel? This is what they call a module. This thing I'm pointing at is called a module. The arrangement of cells, okay, let me go back. It's just went. The arrangement of cells is called a module. The arrangement of cells in series or parallel is called a module. Now, the panel is now the full casing and everything. When you put the casing, when you put the frame, everything is now called panel. But you can understand some people call it module, some people call it panel. You see the same thing, but it's mostly called panel. I'm just telling you the real definition. Then what is array? A solar array is now, you know, when you go to the roof, all those group of panels that they line on the roof is called the solar array. So it can be arranged in parallel, it can be arranged in series. Are you following? If you have any questions, you can jot it down at the end of the class. I will answer all your questions, okay? Very good. Let's continue. So, as I mentioned, the cell comes with positive and negative terminals. Each cell is about 0.5 volts to 0.6 volts in capacity. So every single one cell is about 0.5 or 0.6 volts. So when they are arranged like that, they form a module. You get arrangement of cells in series or parallel forms a module. You get, and then let's continue now. Now, look at this. Can you see this picture? This is your solar panel, everyone. You can see the picture. This some of them, some people normally ask me question. Bisayo, is the solar panel, is it waterproof? Is it dust proof? Can I put it on my roof? Can this happen? Can that happen? Can it break? You know, this is, I'm answering your questions now. Look at the way it is made up of. You can see the top layer is called the module frame. You understand? It's called the module frame. Then below the frame is called the glass. It's a glass. Now, below that glass is called an encapsulant. Do you see the level of protection of solar panel? That's why solar panel is very strong, very, very strong. So that's why even if you break it, you might not necessarily damage it at all. Very strong. See the layer of protection. 3 levels of protection at the top. Then beneath that encapsulant is now what you have, that solar cell that I finished teaching you. You now find the solar cell there. Then below the cell is another encapsulant. After the encapsulant, you now have a back sheet. That is the back that you normally see. It's usually whitish in color. Then before you now have the junction box. That junction box is where the wire, you bring out the wire to connect. Do you understand, guys? Are you following? Okay, cool. I'm seeing response. Now, how to read it? Like I said, some of you might want to go and buy in the market, and you'll be thinking that, how let them not cheat me? Like I remember one particular client was telling me, Engineer Bisayo, you must follow me to the market. I don't want them to cheat me. I don't want to buy. So I have to tell you, not everybody that can follow to the market because I'm a very busy person. I will only what I can do for you is that I will just give you the specification, right? So when you know how to read it, you will not easily be cheated like that. Look at this. Can you all see it? I know it is. I'm not sure if it's going to be very visible. You can I've zoomed it. Can you see it like this? Now, the first one that is here is called the maximum power. It's called the P max. The P max. This one is the total power that your panel can deliver. And it's usually measured in watts. It's measured in watts. Is the total panel that is the total power that your panel can deliver. And it's usually measured in watts. Now, there's something called the power tolerance. Now, what is the power tolerance? Now, you know, before they bring out a solar panel, they will test it in the laboratory, right? They will test it in the laboratory. Now, when they test it, they realize that it is supposed to supply 275 watts. I'm using this specification, though. There are different kind of panels, though. I'm just using this specification. It's supposed to supply about 275 watts. Now, however, in real life, when you're working with it, it might supply a little bit more or a little bit less. Do you understand? So there's something called the power tolerance. So the power tolerance shows you the range of power that a solar panel is supposed to deliver under normal operating conditions. So it is usually in percentage or in number. So what do you see here? You see plus 3%. When you see plus 3%, what does it mean? It means that it can deliver That is 3% of 275. That is about 285. It's like I can deliver 285 watts. So in real life, if you are working with it, you might be seeing it delivering 285. So it doesn't mean that you're not be saying, but they wrote 275 now. It is the power tolerance, just telling you that it can deliver more, 3% more. Sometimes it will be plus or minus 3%. That means it can deliver 3% more or 3% less. Do you understand? It's like a heads up. Are you following? Yeah. Now, there's something called the maximum power voltage. Maximum or voltage at maximum power points. Can be VMMP. Maximum power VMPP. Maximum power points, or VMP, maximum voltage. So this is the maximum voltage, as the name implies, that can be delivered by your solar module. So it's usually 3, that is when it is connected. You understand? So this one now is 32.0 volts. Then there's maximum power current. Similarly, the maximum current that the voltage can supply, that the panel can supply. You understand? When the sun is at the highest intensity. So that's IMP. It is 8.61 ampere. Then there's something called open circuit voltage. Now, this open circuit voltage is the voltage that the panel is delivering when it's not connected to anything at all. Do you understand? When it's not connected, for instance, you just buy the panel, you put it on the roof, you have not yet connected it to the charge controller, you have not connected it to any load. So the voltage that is delivering is what they call the open circuit voltage. So it is this one now is 31.1 volts. Now, open circuit voltage is usually higher than the maximum power voltage, because at that point in time, it's not doing the panel is not doing any work. Do you understand? Now, there's something called the short circuit current. The short circuit current, which is ISC. This is usually, similarly, the current that the panel is producing when it's not connected to any load at all. Do you understand? Now, there's something called the nominal operating cell temperature. The nominal operating cell temperature. Now, some people call it the nominal module operating temperature. Now, what does this mean? Like I said, when they test this panel in the laboratory, in real life, they realize that it performs differently, because there are some certain test conditions that they normally use when they are testing the module, right? There are some certain conditions. So it's something here, like you see something like, let me scroll up. You see something like STC, standard test conditions, right? So this one now is saying this is irradiance, 1000 watts per meter square. This one is air mass of 1.5, and this one is this is the temperature at which it was tested. Do you understand? It was tested. Now, at times, the real world might not have these conditions. Do you understand? The test conditions might never match the real world scenarios. Do you get? So they now come up with something like the nominal module operating temperature, or the nominal operating cell temperature. You understand? So this is it here. 45, that is 45 degrees Celsius. That means it can either be 2 degrees more or 2 degrees less. Now, this one here is called the maximum voltage, maximum system voltage. Now, at times, you see that there's some people in their roof, they will series the panel. Sometimes you see 14, sometimes you see 20, sometimes you see 7 or 6, right? Now, there is a limit to how you series it. You understand? There's a limit, because as you are seriesing your panel, you are increasing the voltage. So if you exceed this 1000 volts, you are posing a danger to your panel. You are posing a danger to the panel. So you should not exceed whatever you are doing as you're calculating. Okay, look at this now. For instance, you can see that the maximum power voltage, maximum system voltage, you can see is 32. So if you series about, let's say, 100 of it, what will it give you? It will give you 3200 volts. You see now, it's dangerous. That means that it have exceeded the maximum system voltage. It have exceeded it. So what happens? It can damage the panel. That's why I see that some panel will just catch fire or something. It can damage the panel, or the wire will just melt. Or maybe the panel will just be destroyed because it have exceeded the voltage. Do you understand? Now there's something called the maximum series fuse rating. Now that's that your solar panel configuration. There's something called the fuse. Do you understand? Are you following? There's something called the fuse. Now that fuse, the fuse is to protect you from damage, and protect the panel from excess currents. So when the current is too much, what happens is that particular fuse will break, will open the connection. Do you understand? And it will stop it. So showing that the current was too much to protect the current, the module. So this particular one here is the maximum series fuse rating. So at this particular one, it is now 15 amps. Do you understand? 15 amps. All right, please, can you all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. So now this is operating temperature, the standard operating temperature, without any like just a normal standard panel operating temperature, without any test conditions how it operates. This one now is going at 85 degrees Celsius. That means the temperature of this panel can be reaching 85 degrees Celsius. You should know that it's not the same thing as the temperature of the atmosphere. The temperature of the atmosphere is usually lesser than the temperature of the panel. So that's why you are seeing 40 degrees Celsius up to 85 degrees Celsius. You understand? Now there's something called the application class. The application class. So now the application class is typically defined by the International Electrotechnical Commission, right? So it provides the guidelines for the design and testing of PV modules. So it tells you where you are supposed to put it. For instance, class A means residential or commercial rooftop. That means you are keeping it in somebody's house. Class B means industrial or utility scale. And then class C means extreme conditions, maybe like in a very high place, like maybe some satellites in the solar system. They normally used to have solar system, solar panel. Those ones now they require application class C because of the high temperature that they have to be enduring. Do you understand? But this one now, this panel that we're checking is class A, so it's supposed to be kept in residential apartments. Now, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Now, there's something called fire class. Fire class. Now, fire class is what? It is, there are categories used to classify fires based on the type of fuel or material involved. So, you know that different kind of fire. There's some fire that is caused by chemical. There's some fire that are caused by wood. There's some fire that are caused by electrical cables. Do you understand? So, knowing how the fire starts will help you to know how to put off or put out the fire. Do you understand? So, for instance, if a fire is caused by oil, what do you do? Who can say what are you going to do? You can say it in chat section. If a fire is caused by oil, what will you do? What will you do? You pour water inside, Abi. If a fire is caused by oil, what do you do? This is one of the safety precautions to engineers. You can say it in the chat section. You can chat. Okay. Now, if a fire is caused by oil, you don't pour water on it. What happens? If you pour water on it, it will explode. Do you get? Most of the time, no, you can use detergent. Detergent is much better. You can use detergent, not water. If a fire is caused by, yes, sand. Somebody says sand, correct. Sand or detergent. Or you can use gari or any. Don't use water on oil. If you use water, it will explode. You get? So don't really try it. So I'm just giving you that kind of safety precautions now. And maybe you are cooking food, you are frying oil, you are frying fish, and the frying pan catch fire. Please don't use water on it. It will explode on your face. So use sand, use detergent, use gari. If you have elubo, put it there. All these things can quench it so without any explosion. So let's go back to what I'm training you. So now there's class A. Class A are fires involving ordinary combustibles such as wood, paper, clothes, or trash. The one when you normally burn your refuse is class A. Then there's class B. This one is caused by oil, paint, or gas. Then there's class C. This one is caused by wiring, circuit breakers, appliances. And then there's class D. This one is caused by magnesium, titanium, sodium, metals. Then there's class K. This one is by cooking oils. That cooking oil is class K. Do you understand? So now what is this one? Now, if you can see the reading here, it's what? It's class C. Class C, it means that it is what? Electrical appliances. Then this is the weight. The weight of it is 19.0 kilogram. Then dimension is 1650 by 992 by 40. So this is the length, the breadth, and the thickness. Then this STC, I've explained standard test conditions. 1000, this is under 1000 weight watts per meter square. That is the irradiance, then the mass, and then the temperature. This is standard test condition when they are testing it in a lab. Are you following? Do you understand now? So I have taught you how to read your. So if you go to your Alaba market or go to the market, you want to buy panel, you will know how to read it. So they will not cheat you. Do you understand? You maybe you want to buy 200 watts, you don't know where to check. You now know how to check it. You know how to be able to know the maximum power voltage, the maximum power current, the open circuit voltage, the short circuit current. You know all these things. So let's continue. Now, what are the types of solar modules that we have? There are three main types of solar modules. We have the monocrystalline solar module, we have the polycrystalline solar module, and then we have the amorphous solar module. These are the three major types. So for those of you that are buying solar system, please take note. If your engineer is giving you the wrong one, you have to know. There are three types of solar panel. There are three types of solar panel. Now, what is the monocrystalline solar panel? If you look at it, you can see this diamond shape. You can see the diamond shape, Abi. Can you see the diamond shape? Can you see that? Can you see diamond shape? You can see, ba? Very good. That is monocrystalline for you. It is made from a single pure silicon crystal, resulting in a uniform black or dark blue appearance. Now, monocrystalline solar module has the highest efficiency, very efficient, over 22% efficient. And it is very expensive. It's the most expensive one. You understand? It's more expensive than polycrystalline. The manufacturing process involves a more complex process, pulling a single large silicon crystal. It has a diamond separator. Monocrystalline panels tend to perform better in warm temperatures and partial shading compared to polycrystalline panels. So it is very good. It is highly efficient. That is monocrystalline. Now, the next one I'm going to be considering is the polycrystalline solar module. Now, look at it. Can you see it? Do you see the difference now? Is there any diamond separator? Do you notice that there is no diamond separator there? Do you notice it? So I'm showing you. In case you see it on somebody's roof, you know the difference. You know the difference between the monocrystalline and the polycrystalline. So if you tell your engineer to buy solar for you and you go and bring polycrystalline, you ask him why. Is that maybe you not give him enough money, or you give him enough money and you just go and buy another one for you? So you have to correct him that you can return it and give you monocrystalline solar module. You get? So it's made of from multiple silicon crystals fragments melted together, resulting in a bluish sky blue. So it's usually sky blue. Now, it is not as efficient as the monocrystalline, so it is less efficient, 70% efficient or 15% efficient, and it's also cheaper. It's very cheaper than the monocrystalline. This one, the manufacturing process involves melting silicon fragments and casting them into ingots. Now, it's usually the cells have square corners and a pattern on the surface, so it's usually square like this. No diamond separator. Polycrystalline panels are more susceptible to temperature-related performance drops than monocrystalline panels. So this one now, when the temperature is too high, it can underperform, unlike the monocrystalline solar module. Now, the other one that we have is the amorphous or the thin film solar module. Now, the thin film solar module. Now, this one is made up of thin film or non-crystalline silicon. Now, this one, you usually see it most of the time in your calculator, your watch. You understand? You see it in your watch, you see it in your calculator. The polycrystalline, you normally see it most of the time. You see it in maybe all the solar fan, solar bulb. That's where you see the polycrystalline very well. Why this thin film? You see it in your watch, see it in your calculator. This one is the least efficient. It has the lower efficiency rate compared to monocrystalline and polycrystalline. Least expensive. Manufacturing process involves depositing a thin film of silicon into a substrate. The surface is smooth and clear with no visible grid lines. Amorphous panels are more flexible and lightweight, making them suitable for applications where space is limited. So you can put them in watch, you can put them in calculators. You understand? Now, this is the diagram. I gave you the diagram here. You can see the three of them. The first one is the thin film, the other one is the monocrystalline, while the last one is the polycrystalline. So you can see the picture there. So I'm giving you pictures. Oh, let me take it back. I'm giving you pictures so they can see it. See the picture. Hey, so when I tell your engineer to buy for you, please take note. Hey, ask the engineer, which one are you buying? Are you buying polycrystalline? Are you buying monocrystalline? Let them know, or so they should know. So let's continue. Then we have the module array. The module array. Now, what is a module array? Like I told you, when you buy, no, usually people don't buy one panels, especially if they are using it for a large purpose. They buy many panels, like 7, 6, and then they series it on their roof or they parallel it. Now, there are different kind of connection. There's what they call the series connection, there's the parallel connection, and there's the series parallel connection. Are you following? There's the series, there's the parallel, and there's the series parallel connection. When you're connecting your panel in series, the voltage is increasing, the voltage is additive, but the current is not additive. For instance, if we have maybe 12 volts of solar panel, and you series maybe 12 volts and let's say 5 amps. When you series it, if you series 2 of it, what are you getting? Who can tell me what are you getting? If you series two solar panel, what voltage are you going to get? 12 volts, 5 amps. What are you going to get out of it if you series it? Who can say it in the chat section? I'm opening the chat section. Check now. You can just say it in the chat section. You don't need to like just write it in the chat section, please. Somebody said 24. Very good, very good. 24 volts, very good. How many amps? How many amps are we getting? How many amps are we getting? 5 amps, very good. Akorede Taiwo, very good. Colin said 24 volts, very good. Very good. Mohammed, very good. 24 volts. No, not 8 amps, please. 5 amps. It's 5 amps we're dealing with. So you observe that the current will not change, but the voltage will change. Now let's go to parallel. In parallel connection, the current is additive, the voltage is constant. Now let's assume we do not series it, but we parallel it. What are we going to be getting? What are we going to get in the chat section, please? Ainde Bashir, very good. Let's assume you parallel it. What are we going to be getting? That same 12 volts and 5 amps. What are we going to be getting now? We're going to get 10 amps. 10 amps. Colin said 10 amps. That voltage, I think there's an error there. You go to QWV. I don't really understand what you meant by that. 12 volts, 10 amps. Yes, Collins, okay. Collins already replied. 10 amps, 12 volts. Excellent. Correct. Very good. You guys are following. Very good. You are going to have 10 amps, 12 volts. Very, very good. Very good. Very good. It shows that you are following. You are correct. Now, the last type of connection we have what they call the the series parallel. Very good. 12 volts, 10 amps. The series parallel connection. Now, what is the series parallel connection? In the series parallel connection, you are going to combine series and parallel. Let me tell you what I mean. There was a time I was installing solar system in an apartment. There are 4 batteries. Each of them are 12 volts. But we need a 24 volt system because the inverter was a 24 volt inverter. Now there are 4 batteries. Each of them are 12 volts. How do we do it? If we series all of them, we are going to be getting 24. Sorry. We're going to be getting 12 times 4. 12. Guys, 12 times 4. 12 times 4, which is 48. Right? We're going to be getting 48 volts. But we needed a 24 volt because the inverter is 24 volts. So we needed a 24 volts. So how do we now do it? If we parallel all of them, we'll be getting 12 volts. Do you now see the dilemma? If we series all of them, we're getting 48. If we parallel them, we are getting 12. But we need 24. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We have to parallel to um parallel two in two places. Do you get parallel two in two places? That will give us 12, 12. Then we now series both of them. That will give us 24 volts. Do you understand? Do you see that? So we parallel two, very good. Parallel two and two. So parallel two batteries in two places, which will give us 12 volts, 12 volts each. Then we now series them. It now give us 24 volts. Do you get? So quickly, I want to okay. I want to quickly appreciate my dad is here, present here. Mr. Folu-Agoi, thank you so much for your presence. And he's having a meeting now. He has an urgent meeting to attend to. That is why he can be excused now. But thank you so much, sir. I'm very grateful for joining this class. Okay, so he has a meeting to attend to. All right. Now let's continue. Let's continue. Now the now let us now move to solar batteries quickly. So we have talked about solar panels, types of solar modules, solar cells, module array. Let's now move to solar batteries. The solar batteries, the definition, the types, and the uses. Now, solar batteries are one important part of your solar system connection. What are solar batteries? Solar batteries or battery storage systems store excess energy generated by solar panels for later use. Most of the times, you are going to be using your battery during the night when there is no light, or during rainy season, or when the place is cloudy. That's when you'll be needing your battery. Do you understand? So what are the types of battery that we have? We have three main types. We have gel batteries, we have tubular batteries, we have lithium batteries. Now, what I'm telling you is these are the main batteries that we have. There are still other types. So there are different kind of batteries. You get, there are so many types, but in the markets, these are the ones that you are going to see them sell most of the times. Do you understand? So gel batteries, tubular batteries, and lithium ion battery. Gel battery and tubular batteries, they are all lead acid batteries. The lithium ion batteries is not a lead acid, not a lead acid battery. Do you understand? So let's continue. Now let's go to tubular batteries. Now this is the picture of it. You can see the picture. This is how it is. You can see these tubes that are always here. That's why they call it tubular. Because of these tubes that are here, they call it tubular battery because of the tube. You understand? Now this one is tubular positive plates, making them more robust, long-lasting than flat plates. They typically have a lifespan of around 3 to 5 years with proper maintenance. They require a longer charging time compared to lithium batteries, typically 8 to 10 hours. They require regular maintenance. So you have to be putting distilled water after maybe some years, after some months, you put distilled water there, regular maintenance. It's usually used for residential or commercial applications with moderate to high power requirements. What are the advantages? Is durable, deep cycle capability, and affordable upfront cost. What are the disadvantages? It's usually heavy. It requires more maintenance. It has shorter lifespan compared to lithium ion batteries, and it usually give off some gases, some harmful gases. That's why I don't like installing it in people's homes. If I want to install it, I install it outside or in a balcony that people don't live there because of the gas that used to come out from it. If you're installing it, your solar batteries, your solar system in your house, I usually give you gel battery or lithium ion. I don't give you tubular, but if you are installing outside, then I'll use tubular for you because of it. So the next type of battery we have is gel battery. You can look at it, they call it flat plate. You can see that this one, it doesn't have any tubes, but instead it is flat plate. This one is friendly in the home. You can put it in your home, in your house, in your room. It will not give off any gas. It is sealed. That's why they call it gel battery. Feature tubular plates, making them more robust and long lasting than flat plates. Okay. Let's just give me a second. Let me see. Give me an instance. Shortly.
Okay, I think there's a little glitch with Mr. Abisayo's network, but it's being worked on. So let's just exercise patience. Thank you. But I hope we're learning something, one or two things.
Mr. Bisayo, can you
Yeah,
hear
so
me?
can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So I just have to work on something quickly. So okay, so these are the these are quickly we're not talking about gel batteries now. Gel batteries. Now the electrolyte is suspended in a gel form, typically using silica, preventing leakage and evaporation. Now gel batteries are usually maintenance free. It's spill proof, like I said, unlike your tubular batteries that's you cannot that it is liquid you get, so it can easily spill and it gives off gases. Gel battery are not like that. It is spill proof, it has zero maintenance, right? It has heat tolerance and it has a long life cycle, so it can handle deep discharge without significant performance degeneration. The only challenge with gel battery is that it has a low discharge rate, so it means that for very high appliance, very high energy heavy duty appliances, it might not really perform. Then we have lithium ion batteries. This one is like the superior batteries of all time. It's very superior, it's very costly. So it can last up to 7 to 10 years. The charging is significantly faster, taking only 3 to 4 hours to reach full capacity. It has 0% maintenance free, similar to gel battery. It's ideal for systems that require frequent long-term use, especially in solar powered installations. It is more expensive, very expensive, however, but it's the most durable. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
All right. So now moving on to solar inverters. Quickly, solar inverter is another major component of a solar system. It's one major component of. All right. So now, what are solar inverters? Now, a solar inverter or solar. All right. So solar inverters. Now, a solar inverter or solar panel inverter is a crucial device that converts the direct current power generated by your solar panels into alternating current power that homes and businesses use. Now, what does this mean? Now, there are two different kind of currents. We have what they call the alternating current and what they call the direct current. Now, the alternating current is the current that you use in your appliance, the current that is supplied by your generators or the power holding company of Nigeria is your alternating current. The current that the panels normally produce is what's known as direct current. So this direct current, you cannot use it in your appliance. You understand? You can't use it in your appliance. You can't use it in your appliance. So what do you do? What you do is that you need a device to convert this direct current into alternating current. That device is what's known as the inverter. So it converts the direct current coming from your panel, coming from your batteries into, because your batteries and your panel, they supply direct current. So it converts the direct current from your panel and your battery into alternating current for you to be able to use in your home. Do you understand? Now, moving on to types of solar inverters. Now, the solar inverters are classified by their auto output waveforms with three main types. Now, the inverters supply current to your home by converting the direct current from your batteries or panels into alternating current. Now, there are of three main types. We have the pure sine wave, we have the modified sine wave, also called modified square wave, and we have the square wave. Why am I telling you this? If you give an engineer to install solar for you, ask them the type of inverter that they are bringing. Do you understand? And if you pay for a pure sine wave and they give you a modified sine wave, you have to ask them why. And so I'm telling you all these things now. And if you go to the market to buy it yourself, please ask the vendor, what are you giving me? You understand? Ask. And I'm going to tell you what pure sine wave is, what modified sine wave is, and what square wave is. Now, let's start with pure sine wave inverters. Pure sine wave inverters produce a smooth, continuous AC waveform that closely resembles the power from a wall outlet. So, your transformer, for instance, the transformer that is giving you house, pure sine wave is similar to it. Produces the electricity that is very similar to, very smooth. It offers the highest power quality and is suitable for all types of electronic devices, including sensitive equipment like computers, audio equipment, and medical devices. It's typically more expensive than modified sine wave. It's the most costly. For instance, now a modified sine wave you can get a 1 kVA modified sine wave inverter of about 45,000 naira, but a pure sine wave inverter of about 105 or 115,000 naira. You can see the price, the same capacity. You can see the price difference. So it's the most expensive. It has superior quality, suitable for all type of loads, and the only disadvantage is that it is very costly. Now, quickly we move to the modified sine wave inverters. The modified sine wave inverter. Now, this waveform produces a stepped or square wave AC waveform. I'm showing you the pictures so you can see a picture like that. It has lower power quality than pure sine wave, but still suitable for most common appliances. So, although the quality is a bit lower, but some appliances can also be used to power it. It can also be used to power some appliances. It is less expensive than the pure sine wave inverters. It has lower cost. It's suitable for most common appliances and devices. What are the disadvantages? It has lower power quality. It may not be suitable for sensitive electronic devices like some medical devices. It's not applicable for it. It may cause noise or malfunction in some devices. So some devices, when you use it to power it, it will make it some kind of irritating noise, that kind of thing. Then the final one we have is the square wave inverters. The square wave. This one produces a simple square wave AC waveform. The power quality, it has the lowest power quality of the three types. It is the least expensive of the three types. It has a very low cost. Now, what are the disadvantages? It has very low power quality. It's not suitable for most electrical devices. It may damage sensitive equipment, mostly used for just light bulbs or those kind of lights. It's not used for most of the appliances in your home. So you can see the picture. I have a diagram for you here, an infographic. So see it. You can see the square wave inverter. You can see the way it is. You can see it is square wave like that. You can see the pure sine wave. You can see the way it is smooth, very smooth. It's called a sinusoidal waveform. We call it a sinusoidal waveform. You can see it's very smooth. See the way it produces electricity, very smooth. Then look at the modified sine wave. You can see that the modified sine wave is similar to the pure sine wave, but it is a little bit stepped. That's why I say it's stepped, like step. This one is the worst. This one is just like this box, very worst. This one is the best. Why this one is the modified sine wave? Do you understand? So that is the pictorial representation of what I was discussing with you. Finally, or not, we're almost true, but this is the charge controllers. This is another major component of the solar system, the charge controllers. We have the solar, we have discussed about the solar panels, the types of solar panels, solar cells, module array. We have talked about the inverters, type of inverters that we have, and we have talked about the battery types. So now we're moving to charge controllers. The charge controllers. Now, what are charge controllers? Now, a charge controller, also known as a charge regulator, is a device that regulates the voltage and current flowing from a solar panel to a battery, preventing overcharging and ensuring optimal battery performance and lifespan. So, your panel, this is how it is arranged. Your panel is supplying current to your battery to charge the battery, but the voltage coming from your panel can be excessive, can be excessive voltage. And if care is not taken, it can damage your battery, or your battery can overcharge, or there's something called reverse charging. What is reverse charging? If the voltage from your panel is lower than the voltage of your battery, the battery will begin to discharge, you pass current through your panel, all those kind of things. So the charge controller is there to protect the battery, to supply the necessary voltage required to charge the battery without overcharging the battery or over discharging the battery. Are you following? Do you understand? All right. So there are types of charge controller. The two major types of charge controller we have the pulse width modulation, which is PMW, and we have the maximum power point. Now we can see that there are different types of appliances. So when you want to install solar in your house, you ask the engineer these questions. If they are bringing charge controller, excuse me, sir, or excuse me, ma, which charge controller are you buying for me? If they are bringing inverter, which inverter are you buying for me? Are you buying pure sine wave? Are you buying square wave? Are you buying modified sine wave? If they are bringing battery, what type of battery are you buying? Are you buying tubular? Are you buying gel? Are you buying lithium? Or are you buying AGM? If they are bringing solar panel, ask them which kind of solar panel. Are you bringing monocrystalline? Are you bringing polycrystalline? Are you bringing amorphous? These are the questions you need to ask, so that you, even if you are not the one doing it yourself, at least you should be able to know how to monitor the engineers to make sure they give you the best. Do you understand? And in everything I'm teaching, I'm showing you the best, so that you can, if you can afford it, you get the best, so that you can enjoy the solar system very well. You understand? So there are two types of charge controllers. We have the pulse width modulation, which is PMW, and they have the MPPT, which is the maximum power point tracking. Now, with PMW being a simpler, more cost-effective option for smaller systems, and MPPT being more efficient for larger systems. Now, let me now teach you how MPPT and PMW works. Starting with the PMW, the pulse width modulation. Now, these controllers regulate the charging process by switching the current between the solar panel and battery. Now, the problem, this let me tell you how this one works. Now, this charge controller, usually your system should be consistent. Do you understand? Your inverter should be the same voltage as your charge controller, and it should be the same voltage as your solar panel. They should all be in the same volts. They should not be different voltage. Now, assuming your panel is having maybe 24 volts or 18 volts, and your battery is 12 volts, and you want to charge your battery, and you put the PMW there, the pulse width modulation controller there. Now, what will happen? What will happen? The pulse modulator will switch on and off the connection very quickly. It will on it and off it. Why? What does it do? It will what? It will force the panel voltage to be the same as your battery voltage. So if your panel is bringing 18, it will force it to come down to 12, so that it will be consistent with your battery. So what is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is that remaining 6 volts is wasted. So if your panel is bringing 24 volts of current or of voltage, is bringing it to the battery, and you have your PMW charge controller, what will happen? It will force that 24 volt to be 12. So 12 voltage is wasted. Only the 12 will enter the battery. So it charges your battery very slowly. It charges your battery very slowly, and when the weather is the weather is not that like hot or sunny, you see that it performs poorly. That's why I usually advise people to use MPPT. It's just the best. Yeah, but it's not because of some people cannot afford it, but it is the best. If you want your solar system to charge fully, use MPPT. Now let's go to MPPT. MPPT is highly efficient than PMW charge controller. Now, how does MPPT work? What MPPT does is this: if your battery is 12 volts and it is 24 volts that's coming from the panel, what does it do? It begins to, now it's called maximum power point tracking. It will be tracking the point where the panel is giving the highest voltage and the highest current. So what does it do? It will adjust its mechanism, so that the voltage, some of the, for instance, it will collect 12 volts, so to speak. It will collect 12 volts from the panel. The remaining 12 volts, it will try to convert it to current, so that it will still retain the full power of your panel. So the remaining excess volts that the battery does not use, it converts it to current and use it to charge the battery. So that's why they call it the maximum power. It's constantly changing the current and voltage. So if the voltage is too high, it converts some to current. If the current is too high, it converts to voltage. So it's tracking it and it is charging your battery. So it delivers almost 100% into your battery. No voltage is wasted. So that's why it charges your battery fast. Unlike PMW, if you just see that it's 24 volts, if you just throw away the remaining 12 volts, you connect only 12 volts and enter your battery. So what happens is that it's wasting a lot of the potential of your panel. Are you understanding? Do you understand what I just finished explaining?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We understand.
Very good, very good. So that's the difference between PMW and MPPT charge
Yes,
controller.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So now solar generators. I want to tell you something. Now there are something called hybrid inverters. Hybrid. I know you must have heard it. Now hybrid is simply an inverter and a charge controller put in one place. Do you understand? When you bring an inverter, I've already told you what an inverter is. When you bring an inverter and a charge controller into one place, it's called a hybrid inverter. So that's just it. You can't maybe hear it and you're saying, why did the engineer be said? Why did he not teach me about that one? When I be saying, just know that it is just the combination of the charge controller and inverter in one place, so that you understand it can be able to be efficient. Now there are something called solar generators. So that one also in the market too. They are different capacity. Now what are solar generators? Solar generators they offer an all-in-one solution for power generation by integrating solar panels, a battery, and an inverter into a compact place. So you just see one big box. They are selling one big box and one panel. It's called a solar generator, and it's different. I installed one few months ago. Very, very powerful machine. So it's just one box and some panels. That's all. So it is like all-in-one solution. Your battery, your inverter, your charge controller, everything is in one place, one box. We call the generator. So then the panel is now connected. So that is it. In case maybe you are wondering, maybe you see somebody have it. So that is the solar generator that is there. And they come in different sizes. There are smaller ones, there are larger ones. It has some pros and cons. That's some advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of it is that it occupies less space. You understand? It occupies less space than the traditional solar system. You get what is the disadvantage? Disadvantage is that there are some disadvantages. Number one, it's difficult for you to upgrade. Very difficult. If you want to upgrade it, you have to buy another one again. You have to buy another one. Assuming maybe it is the normal standard one, you want to upgrade it, just add one more panel. You can just add maybe a different charge controller, but it's easier to upgrade. But this one, if you want to upgrade it, you have to buy another one afresh. You get, and also difficult to maintain. And because if you want to maintain it, you have to call the person that manufactured it. You understand? It's difficult because you understand, because how they calibrated it, it's not easy for you to just change the parts anyhow, but it still have an advantage and disadvantage. So that's just the beauty of it. So it depends on your power needs. It's like someone that said that because of so much of space, if you know that there's no space in your house to put this normal standard solar system, you can buy a good solar generator to occupy less space for you and it will give you what you want as well. That's just it. Now, the final part we're going to discuss about is what they call the protective appliances. Now, there are some protective appliances that is there to protect you from, maybe your engineer. If your engineer does the connection for you, he does not put it there, please ask him why. What are the protective appliances that are there? These are protective devices used to safeguard the solar system from excessive current or voltage caused by short circuits, overloads, or faulty connections, preventing damage to components and ensuring system safety. These are protective appliances. They are let me now. I wrote down some major ones. These are not all of them, but these are the major and the most important ones. You have the DC breaker. Now, what does the DC breaker do? It's like, as the name implies, you can connect it to your solar panel before reaching the charge controller. If the panel is giving up too much current, it can break automatically. Do you understand? Also for maintenance too, you can also cut the power from it. So there is DC breaker. It's just for you to it protect the panel and the charge controller and the battery from overcurrent or short circuits. Then we have AC breakers too. This one is similar to DC breaker, but it's for AC, for alternating power, alternating current rather. So those ones, this one is normally used to protect your inverter or to protect other appliances. Then you have what they call the voltage protector. What is the voltage protector? Now, there's some inverter that can also receive current and can use to charge the battery. So the voltage protector, it is there for you to for you to protect the inverter from too much voltage coming from your house. You know, sometimes NEPA, they can bring high current or low current, so it's like a stabilizer, but this one is just to protect the voltage. So if the voltage is too high, it cut off the connection to protect the inverter. Then you have fuse. Normally you put fuse most of the time in panels. The fuse are there in the panel, so to safeguard from too much of current. If the current is too much, the fuse will melt and to break the connection. They have what they call the residual current device or the earth leakage circuit breaker. So this one prevents electric shock by detecting leaking currents in your homes. So these are the common one, and I think there are some diagrams that are there. You can go to the diagram because some of you are saying, "What are you saying? What are you saying?" You can see the diagram that is there. Can you all see it? Can you see the diagram? You can see the DC breaker. You can see the voltage protector. Some of these you have seen it before. You can see the AC breaker looks just like the DC breaker. You can see the fuse. You can see the earth leakage circuit breaker or the residual current device. So these are the major protective devices in solar system division. So I want to show you give me a minute. Give me a minute. So I want to just show you a diagram. It's just a diagram that I feel you would to be useful for you. Okay. So, but before we are about to we are practically done, but I want to show you the. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, can you see my screen? Now, I showed you the diagram to show you how the connection looks like. Because I've been showing you, I've been teaching you about different appliances. Now I want to show you how it looks like. You get. So let me can you see my cursor? Let me try to zoom it a little. You can see, right? Some of you will screenshot it now. You can see this. You can see the solar panel. You can see the solar panel.
Yes.
This is series parallel. Okay. This looks like a series and parallel connection. This is a series parallel connection. You can see that it's connected to the charge controller. From the charge controller connected to your batteries, and you can see the inverter. Both the inverter and the charge controller are connected to the battery, and then from the inverter to your house. And you can also see the power, the solar panel there on the roof of this person's house, the modules there. So this is how the setup looks like. I've taught you about the charge controller, I've taught you about the panel, I've taught you about the battery, and I've taught you about the inverter. So I just have to show you the diagram so that you can be able to see it in action. So that you know how the connection looks like in real life. Have you all seen it? Very good, very good. So you guys are solar engineers. You guys install solar. Just make sure that before you are installing your solar, you actually meet someone that is experienced though, so that you're not gonna make some mistake. Because be careful, please. If you want to do it, make sure that you are going with someone that is very, very experienced. Let the person be experienced, so the person will guide you. You get. So let's continue. Let's continue. So I believe that is, we have to round up. We are done with today's session on solar installation. By the grace of God, there are going to be more solar installation classes to fine-tune your knowledge, to make you know better. So thank you so much for your rapt attention. And those of you that were jotting, thank you so very much. At this point in time, I pass it on to the hosts to ask if they have any questions. Host, are you there?
Okay, sir. Thank you for that presentation, sir. I really appreciate. Thank you for your reactions. Can we get more? Can we get more? Thank you, Mr. Abisayo. Okay, now let's just do a little recap on what we were taught today. I hope we all jotted something down. So we started with the what is a solar panel rather. So a solar panel is a device that converts sunlight into electricity using photovoltaic cells. Wow, that is battery and the charge controllers and electrical wiring and protective appliances. We looked at the PV cells, looked at the types, we looked at inside the solar module, that's the separate parts of which the solar module is made up of. That's the glass frame, different protective layers. We also have the back sheet, that's the white part of the solar panel. We also looked at the photovoltaic module and we looked at the specifications. So if we go to market now, I'll be like, okay, let's person not gonna cheat me. Let me not gonna buy this one, that this one now be higher than this specifications. So we learned how to read the specifications of a photovoltaic module. I can go to market now and person be like, this one is a tech bro. How did you know all these things? But thank God I came to this FMB now. So we looked at polycrystalline solar module and the amorphous solar module, and the polycrystalline solar module is the one that is mostly used. We looked at monocrystalline solar module. Then we looked at that amorphous solar module that is mostly used in watches and smaller appliances or devices. We also looked at the module array, and there are three types. That's the series connection, and it said that the series connection voltage is additive and the current is constant. But in a parallel connection of a module array, current is additive, voltage is constant. Then we also have the series parallel connection. Then we looked at the batteries, the gel, the tubular, and the lithium ion batteries. But for me, if I'm going to set up my own solar connection, I'm actually going for lithium batteries ion. Although it's expensive, but that is the one I'll surely go for. We looked at the types of solar inverters, looked at the pure sine wave, the modified sine wave, we looked at we looked at square wave rather. So we looked at from there now we know that the pure sine wave is the most durable and the best option when you are going for solar inverters. We also looked at the charge controller, the types, we have the pulse width modulation, and we have the MPPT, that's the maximum power point tracking. We also looked at what are solar generators and the major protective device in solar installation. Thank you, Mr. Visayo, for this great opportunity. I'm really learning. I really learned a lot. I don't know about you. So moving on, I want to kindly invite my host for this program, Mrs. Abisoyo. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, Excellence. You did so well briefing everyone on what we learned so far. I must say this knowledge is gold, one we cannot trade for with anything at all. So without further ado, let's move on to the questions. If you have a question, okay, I think I can see Ade Mola here raising up his hands, and I can see Mohammed too. Wow, this is beautiful. So um okay, Ademola,
Adenola.
please unmute yourself, um ask your question,
Yeah.
then we'll move on to Mohammed and Ishola. So let's have you, Ademola.
You said there are three types of batteries here. So when you get to the market and you want to buy, how do you identify good ones? Did you hear me? Hello.
Okay, Mr. Abisayo, do we have you on the call?
All right, Ademola. That's a
Adenola.
very good Adenola. Okay, Adenola. That's a very good question. He says, when you get to the market, how will you be able to identify good batteries? All right,
And
that's a very good question.
one more thing. There are times when you go to the market and they'll tell you that Tokumbo battery is better than the neon ones, blah blah blah, like that. I would like to understand that aspect also. Is that true?
All right, okay. That means you're asking two in one question.
Yes.
The first question you're asking is, how will you recognize good batteries? The second one you're asking is, there are some cases where you are told that Tokumbo batteries are better than new batteries. So how true is it? How true is that claim? That's what you're asking, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, that's a very good question once again. Now, for the first question, how do you recognize good batteries? Like I told you, you have to, first of all, it's based on how you define a good battery. For instance, if you want to buy a gel battery, you should be expecting a life expectancy of maybe about 5 years or thereabouts, or 10 years. But if you are buying a lithium-ion battery now, you are expecting about 10 years above. So if you are buying a gel battery with your expectation of a lithium-ion capacity, you should know that you have an unrealistic expectation. That is one. So don't go to the market with an unrealistic expectation. You are buying a gel battery, but you are expecting it to have a characteristic of a lithium-ion battery. Or you are buying a tubular battery and you are expecting it to have a characteristic of a gel battery. So first of all, know the limits, know the capacity of a battery that you want. If it is a gel battery, know the limitations, know the strengths, know the weaknesses. That is one. Secondly, you have to look for a good vendor, somebody who is known for a good, he has reputation. Because if somebody wants to scam you, all they have to do is they have to try to they might get a very old battery. They can try to use some chemicals to make everything look new, and it's difficult for you to tell. So what I normally advise people is that you have to know someone that is of a good reputation. That is why in some application there's something called review. If you want to download an application, you will check the review. Sometimes it's the review that will tell you if you are downloading, even down to movies. You don't want to download a movie. Sometimes if you are going, or maybe you're checking Netflix or all these things, you check the review. You understand? We all use reviews. And as a brand, that's why some brands, they like to post reviews to show people their brand. So don't just go to the market like a JJC. Meet people who have good reputation. You get network with good engineers, people who can link you up to people that will not stress you. You get, so a good engineer matter, a good vendor that has a good reputation. There are some vendors that don't sell fake, they sell quality. So look for a good vendor that sells quality. Because if I start telling you how to avoid being scammed, it is very difficult. Now there are so many ways that they can scam you that you won't even know. Even if you know what you want, you might look brand new and everything, but you won't know. So number one, know what you want. Number two, look for a good vendor with a good reputation and tell him the specification you want, and then he wouldn't want to scam you. You get, especially when you know that reputation is at stake. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Then for your second question, you're asking a question if maybe
Combo batteries are better than
now for that one, I would say this. The answer is no. For battery, no. Brand new batteries are the best. You get, are the best. Brand new batteries are the best. Let me tell you why I said that. Now there's something called charging cycle. Have you heard of charging cycle before? Maybe when you buy a brand new battery, you see something like charging cycle. Have you heard about it before?
I have heard about it, but no idea about it.
Let me tell you something. The moment when you lower a battery to 0% and you charge it again, it has completed one cycle. Do you understand?
Yes.
When you lower it again and you charge it, it has completed another cycle. So batteries naturally deteriorate. It is their nature. There is no battery that can last for long. Panels can last for 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. But you see batteries, it has lifespan. So every time, even your phone battery, your laptop battery, any battery you are using, once you charge it, once you load it and you charge it again, that is one cycle. So a battery can have maybe 1,000 cycle, maybe it has 1,000 cycle before the thing dies. Now imagine somebody have already used 500 out of that 1,000 cycle, and they now sell it for you and they say it's Tokumbo. Can you compare it with a battery that is 0 cycle?
No, at all.
It can't be compared. So in other gadgets, like maybe laptop or phone, they might sell it to you that Tokumbo are better, or panels, Tokumbo are better. But something like battery, please don't buy Tokumbo, because those Tokumbo means that we used before. And so their life cycle have already been reduced. So you are going to help them to complete it. You are completing the life cycle for them. But you better going to buy a brand new one that does not be used. So it has a larger life cycle that you can easily enjoy. Not something that somebody already almost finished up the life cycle, now can sell to you. Now it's for a few months, already died. Yeah, because of it's not because the battery was bad, because the battery is just almost completing its life cycle for its existence. Do you understand? So it's best you buy a brand new battery. Do you understand?
All right. Thank you very much. And lastly, any recommendations as regards getting stuff like this?
Okay, I don't want to look as if I'm advertising people's brand, because these people are like, you understand. So the question is kind of so maybe what will happen is that maybe you can send me a DM after the call. Maybe you can just chat the social media manager of the company, and then we can also guide you when you are buying a guest, because this is an open session. So I don't want to look as if I'm advertising a brand or anything. You get my point. So if maybe I'm affiliated with any brand, I'm just trying to advertise this brand or that brand. You get? So I am not advertising any brand. I'm neutral. I'm just here to just help people and give value. That's what I'm just doing. You get? So if you want to know the brand that is best, reach out to me or my social media manager, and then we're going to give you direction in your DM. You get my point? Tell you the one that is best for you to buy. You get?
All right. Thank you very much. That's all
Right.
for now.
Yeah. Okay, that is all. Thank you for your question, Mr. Adenola.
Thank you so much for that enlightenment, Mr. Abisayo. Let's move on to Mohammed. Mohammed, you had your hands raised. Do you still have them raised? Mohammed, are you on the call? Please unmute yourself and ask your questions. Okay. If we don't have Mohammed on the call at the moment, Ishola, please, can you ask your questions?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Standing on the existing protocol, I would like to appreciate the presenter, the host of this program. It's a nice program. So, as regards to this masterclass, I would like to ask two important questions. First question is this: being in this field as an installer or a sales representative, what are the main challenges someone will face in this field, and then what is the possible solution? Like as an installer or a sales representative, like the main challenges someone is expected to face in this field, and what is the solution to it? That's my first question. Then the second question, like, is it possible to get the slide for this presentation? Can you hear me, sir?
All right,
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Mr. Ishola. Yes, I heard you very clearly. You asked two questions. The first question is, what are the major challenges you face as a sales representative or as an installer? What are the challenges you face? And the second question you asked is, if you can get the slide after the call. Now, for the first challenge, let me start with the first question. Now, I am an installer. I'm not necessarily a salesperson. I install. You understand? So is it okay if I answer the question based on the challenges that one face as an installer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very, very good, very good. Okay, so there are a lot of challenges that people like us face as an installer. They are very important. The one challenge is the installing for people around the country. Unlike software development, like somebody mentioned, like Excellence mentioned, that is a Tega code. You typically, if you want to install this for someone in Ibadan, for instance, or in Abia State, you know that you have to travel long distance. So at times, when you're traveling that long distance, you are spending money. So the cost for the clients might be too more. That can be a little bit more than how much they are going to pay you, as maybe they are within your vicinity. So for the fact that you have to travel long distance just to install in another place. Now, let me now tell you where that is challenging. There are cases whereby when you install your solar system, the clients might have some challenges with it, because these are machines. Machines can have some faults. Machines can have some unexpected faults. Do you understand? It could be a result of anything. Maybe the client accidentally maybe put on a very high load that affected the inverter, or something was affected in the system. What happens is that they will call you. We realize that most of the times after installing, we still have to give some kind of technical guidance to the clients a day after, 2 days after, 3 days after, until the client now start to get to know how to use it very, very well without having any challenge. Do you understand? Now, there's some cases whereby we have to go down to the client's apartments and check it to see what exactly the issue is, where the issue is from. Maybe there's a burnt fuse somewhere, or the voltage protector is not working. There's a case whereby the after installing a particular client, the light that they brought, it was too full. It burnt the voltage protector. Thank God that the voltage protector was there. It did not affect the inverter. They have to call us again, so we have to go down and check. You get my point? So imagine you installed for a place, a state like Abia, and you stay in Lagos, and you have installed, and you come back to your maybe you come back maybe the following day, and they have an issue. What happens? Will you have to travel back again? So that is one challenge. Do you understand? So I believe that is even the major challenge that installers that we do face. That is the major challenge that we do face. So every other the challenges are just kind of, they are not really that major like that. So then you now ask that what is the solution? What's the solution, right? So one solution is that we work in a team. That is one. You should work in a team, just like the same way I am educating you people now. I'm educating you guys, you amazing people. And many of you are from different countries, you are from different states. So if maybe some of you, like somebody said that they are calling from Abuja. If, for instance, the installation work in Abuja and you are very good, I can just call you and say, please, I have a work at Abuja. Can you attend to it for me? Do you understand? We can agree the profit. Anyhow, I want to share the profit. But the most important thing is that it is easier for us to work at the team instead of me to do everything. So at least if I have all of you scattered around the world, around the country, I can easily reach out to any one of you to be of assistance. If maybe some of you in Abuja, in Ibadan, in Abia State, in Sokoto, and somebody needs, I can call you. Are you in Sokoto? Somebody needs installation. Can you do it for me? And then we can agree about it. Do you understand? So some companies have branches like that. Another solution is that you can have a vehicle, maybe a private vehicle. That one can also serve you well. A vehicle whereby you can be able to transport yourself there and install, and then you can back. You understand? So that vehicle goes. So also when you're installing, it's advisable that you stay a while there. Don't just install and come back. After installing, if you are the one going by yourself, you can maybe wait 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. Let the client be familiar with the tool. Let them use it very well. So that if they have any issue, they can call you, can reach down there immediately. Not as if after installing, you come back immediately. They will not start calling you. Maybe what they will call you for is not something that is major, but they don't know what to do. You now have to travel back there again. So that's traveling up and down is a very great challenge. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Okay.
then, yes, you have another question. The second question that
Good
asked.
afternoon.
No, I'm not done with Ashola's question. No, he has one more question.
Okay.
He said please, can you remind me that question again?
Okay, like after this section, like can we get the
Okay,
slide?
the slide. Okay, if you need the slide, I'll make it available for you. That is not an issue. Just reach out to my social media manager, and then they will attend to you.
How can we do that, sir?
Okay.
Don't worry, the contact I will share the contact in the purpose of the conversation. The contact will be shared to you. Okay. All right. Mr. Mohammed, please, you can ask your question.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me first appreciate you for this wonderful presentation. May God continue to bless you and guide you. My question goes thus. Now, in a case whereby I want to use PWM controller. Probably I don't have money for the MPPT controller. I want to use PWM, and I'm having a 12 volt 100 amp battery. 12 volt 100 amp battery. That's like 1 point something kVA. So I want to charge like using like 500 600 watts PV array. So how do I select the controller in a way by it will minimize the loss of voltage in case if there's a lot of loss of voltage? How do I select what type of PWM I'm going to use so that I won't have most of the energy wasted?
All right, Mr. Mohammed, that's a very good question. Now you said you want to get a PMW because of the price is more affordable than MPPT, and you're asking the type that you get to minimize loss of current or loss of power to utilize the maximum power. Do you get that? Your question you're asking?
Exactly. Yeah.
Very good. Now that is a good question. That is a scenario of what I said, that you want to get a gel battery and you're expecting it to perform the purpose of a lithium ion battery. That is exactly what is going on. You get. Now the very definition of the PMW charge controller is that, you see, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter the size of the charge, the PMW you buy. What it does is that it tries to match, it matches the voltage of your battery. So if your panel is bringing 24 volts or 34 volts, it will make it to force it down to 12 volts. So it will lose voltage. There is no other way. It's just like saying that how can you buy a goat that to perform like a cow? Do you get? That's the same question you're asking. A goat and a cow, they are two different things. They are very different animals. So they are although they are alike, but you cannot compare. You get? So to be very honest with you, there is no way you can buy a PMW charge controller that you will not lose some amount of voltage coming from the panel. There is no way, because of the way it operates. Except it is not a PMW. That's what they call it, a pulse width modulator. You understand? So that's it. So if you want the best, I would suggest that you should just buy MPPT, even if it's to reduce the amount of batteries you have for now, and later you add more. MPPT is the best. Just get it. I know that it's quite affordable, but that's just the best I'll recommend for you.
Okay, please. Let me make that scenario very clear. Like now, I'm having 100 amp 12 volt battery, and I want to charge with probably a single panel of 500 watts with that controller, that PMW controller. Will it be better to get just single panel? And you know quite well that single panel will have a very high volt once it's a 500 watt plot. Or can I just get like 300 watts and then probably parallel them so that I will try to like not make most of the voltage get lost? That's what I'm trying to
Okay,
paint.
I understand the question now. Optimal performance, right?
Exactly.
Yes, it's best for you to buy 300 watts too, then you parallel it so that to produce more current. Do you understand? So
Okay.
you can get more panels on your roof there. It helps your battery to charge faster.
Okay. Thank you very much. Even with that, there will still be some loss of energy, but it won't be as high as when I'm just getting a
Yes,
single panel.
yes, you are
Is
correct.
that correct? Oh, okay.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Abisayo. Then we have Mbago. Please go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Okay. Um, Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Bisayo. Good afternoon, everyone who is present in the meeting today. So, Mr. Bisayo, I want to thank you for all that you've taught today. I really had good idea of everything you said. This is my first time getting this teaching about solar. So I have two questions to ask. Firstly was, I'm a student, and so when I was in a class, my teacher taught us that there was something. One of the challenges of solar is that it requires space. I didn't understand when what it meant when they say it requires space. I was thinking, is this going to be house to house, or I don't know. I don't have any thought about what it means when you say it requires space when you're installing solar. So I want you to please explain that for me. And I have another question. Another question is that is there other ways of charging our battery? Like we know the lithium ion battery, because this lithium ion battery actually needs the solar to charge it, right? So that when we are not in need of our solar, we can use our lithium ion battery to power the houses. So is there any way we can use any and is there any way we can use stuff like anything to charge our battery aside from the solar? Understand? In terms of getting light for our appliances at home. So those are just the questions I have.
All right. So for the second question, you said, is there any other way you can charge the lithium ion apart from what?
Apart from solar,
Okay,
from
apart from
the light.
solar.
Yes, is there any way we
Apart
can
from
charge
solar.
our battery? Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, Collins, those are very good questions. The first question you asked is, someone told you that solar system requires space. Then you're asking is,
Yes.
what do they mean? How does it require space?
Yes. Yes.
So let me start with the first question. Now, the question says solar system requires space. For instance, when you're buying a solar system, you will need to get a battery, right? A battery.
Yeah.
You need to buy an inverter.
Yes.
You need to buy a charge controller.
Yeah.
You need to buy the panels itself, and there's some other protective appliances. Now, the battery. Now, imagine you want to power a building that is consuming, maybe the building has deep freezers, 2 deep freezers, and then an AC. You will need, and maybe they want to use it for like 24 hours. You understand? There's some building that says we want light 24 hours. They want to go off grid. You will need a whole lot of batteries, maybe 18 batteries or more.
Okay.
Now, where are you going to keep those batteries? You have to keep them somewhere. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Those batteries now can occupy a whole room that you're supposed to be using for something else. Maybe the room is supposed to be for something like maybe your library or maybe a sitting room or something. You should occupy it. So everybody that whatever you're using that room to do before, you have to stop using it and focus on using it for solar.
Okay.
You how we occupy space. And you have not even talked about the inverter they are going to put. Where are you going to put the inverter? Where are you going to put the controller? So all this, although the solar panel might not, even the solar panel requires space for some roofs. Maybe there are some roofs that the roof might not be enough to put all the number of panels that are there. Maybe imagine you're using 20 panels. The roof might not be enough to put all of them. So you will need to start looking for where to keep it. Maybe you're using ground mounting, or you're using pole mounting, or whatever type of mounting method you're using.
Okay.
Are you now seeing how it occupies space?
Yes.
Very good. So, like now, so I told you that there are some solutions that can help to combat this problem. What solution did I say? There's some all-in-one solution that companies are producing now that have everything in one box. Like one I installed a few weeks ago for a particular customer. It's just one box, about 15.5 kilowatt hour, 10 kVA inverter, very powerful. So all the batteries, you lead on my own battery, all the battery is one place, the charge controller is one place, the inverter is one place. You understand? So they are all in one place. So it does not occupy space at all. It just occupy a very small, it should occupy space, but the space that it will occupy is going to be very small compared to when you are buying everything one by one and keeping it.
Good.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So I've not answered your question.
Yes. Yes.
Then your second question,
Nice.
you asked, remind me of your second question, please.
Okay. So the second question was that is there any way we can charge our batteries aside from using the solar panels? Is there any way we can charge our batteries?
Okay, is there any way you can charge your battery aside from using the solar panel?
The solar panel. Yes.
Now, yeah, there are ways. There are some inverters that have some components inside that you can use to charge the battery. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like rectifier. So they charge the battery. And but especially most pure sine wave inverters, in fact, virtually all pure sine wave inverters, they have components inside that can charge your battery. So you can use your generator to charge your battery. You can use your NEPA lights to charge the battery as well. And as
Okay.
well, you can also use the solar to charge the battery.
Okay, sir.
So it depends. So those are the ways, other ways you can charge. And also there's also the other method of light, like some windmill, or all those wind
Yeah.
turbines.
Yes. Yes.
Mostly in the desert areas. You can also use those ones to charge the battery too,
Yeah.
but just like it's not common in Nigeria like that. You
Okay.
get
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Abisayo. Do we still have hands raised? I think I saw there was a let me check. There was someone that had his hands raised. Does anybody still have questions to ask? Please, if you do, raise your hands again. Okay, so I think no more questions. Okay, moving forward, Mr. Abisayo, can you go ahead with your quiz, the quiz you have for today?
All right. Give me a minute. So well, I'm going to give you some assessments to ask you some questions, a little quiz based on what you've learned, and I want to give prizes for as many people that get the answer correctly. So quickly, I'm going to share my screen. So like I'm going to have three lucky winners. So can you all see my screen? So you can just go to okay. Let me copy this to my slide so that let me send you the link as well. So you can go to htmlquiz.join. But let me post it to my slide so that you can also be able to join. And then we'll start. We'll not spend long at all so that we can wrap up. Call it a day. Give me just 1 minute.
Eight seven nine 879 598
579 879
598 879 598 879 879
Please, can we mute rather? Can we mute ourselves so that everyone cannot get confused? Thank you.
I'm sharing it now so that everybody can see it. All right. You can just go to www.quizzes.com/join. So you can just enter with that code or you scan the QR code there. So once you are ready, okay. So we're about to start. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, start.
quizzes.com.
Mm.
Mr. Bisayo, I, I don't think we are to share the screen.
So many of you are doing well. Correctly.
Mm. Àwọn ọmọ náà wùjọ bó ti bá wà dábí láwọn nínú tó dáhùn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo ní kí wọ́n lè bùn kí náà wùjọ kejì.
Please, Miss or Mrs. Adekemi, you have your mic on. Please, can you mute yourself? Thank you. Then I think Mr. Mohammed, so you have your mic unmuted. Please do mute yourself. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So host, can you continue while the people continue with the quiz? We're going to announce the winner at the end of the session, and then we'll call it a day. All right, we have got our winners. We have got our winners. We have got our winners. So I've already sent the winners to the host. Host, I've sent you the winners.
Okay, all right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for participating in the quiz. Without further ado, we don't want to take any time longer here on the call. We're going to I'll have my co-hosts introduce Mr. Kelvin. Co-host, are you on the call? Please, I want everyone to before the host does the introduction. I want everyone that participated in the quiz, please be rest assured that you have prizes. The winners have prizes. We have prizes for the winners. So please make sure you stay to the end of the call. So when we announce the winners, we can tell you how to go about your prizes. Thank you. Mr. Excellence, you have the floor.
So the next on our list we want to introduce Mr. Kelvin, one of SuperVeg Tech's senior developers, to come and talk about the company and its offerings. So Mr. Kelvin, you have the floor. Thank you.
Wait for me. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for coming here today. Just like I was introduced, my name is Kelvin. I am a senior backend developer at SuperVeg Tech. All right, so today I have been invited to speak to us about the company SuperVeg Tech, what we offer. All right. So SuperVeg Tech is a digital company, a digital agency that provides different digital solutions to businesses, such as mobile apps, websites, UI design, social media management, SEO, SEO, and more. Mr. Abisaya, please, could you move to the next slide? All right, so in summary, short, SuperVeg is an innovative solution company. So we deliver solutions, like I said, to businesses, to meet the needs of businesses, to help them digitalize their company, their businesses, and bring in more income faster. So businesses like traders, buyers and sellers, we provide innovative websites for e-commerce sales. Brands who want to manage their social media, SuperVeg also helps with social media management and SEO to build their social media presence. So at SuperVeg Tech, our vision is to become the leading tech partner, fostering growth through technology and sustainable solutions, right? And we have a mission to empower individuals and businesses through innovative tech and skill building opportunities. Right. So at SuperVeg Tech, one of our innovative product is mobile applications, right? So we develop and build mobile applications for businesses which combine functionality with user-friendly designs to meet specific needs. So we build quality mobile apps for businesses and individuals. So these mobile apps are very, very functional and are very, very easy to use. Right, and also at Superveg Tech, we provide websites for businesses. We provide high performing websites for businesses so that will help them establish a strong online presence. Just like I said, for somebody, for example, a trader or a business person with a shop that is looking to expand, you can come to Superveg Tech and we would help you craft a very, very, very high performing website that people can use to purchase your goods all around the country. Right. Also at Supervet Tech, we provide UI UX design. So here we create very, very, very intuitive, visual, engaging, and functional interfaces and experiences, ensuring efficient interaction between users and product. So we offer UI UX designs which are very, very, very intuitive. They are very easy to use and are very easy for your developers to understand so that they can build easy to use interfaces. Also, just like I mentioned, Supervet Tech offers social media management and SEO optimization. That is, we help businesses grow their social media presence and boost brand engagement. So, your business, you're struggling to get your business on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and the rest. So, as Supervet Tech will help you boost your brand awareness out there, increase your social media following, and give you content that converts into real customers on social media. All right, so just as the theme of today's webinar is about solar installations, at Supervet Tech, we offer solar installations where we deliver clean solar energy solutions that are efficient and sustainable. So just as we learned today about installing solar, here at Supervet Tech, we also do the same thing where we help businesses and individuals install solar to give them an alternative power source. All right, so one of the most exciting parts of Supervet Tech is our academy, right? Now, Supervet Tech Academy is academy where we nurture talent and foster growth by ensuring hands-on training. Right. So yeah, we have an academy in Supervet Tech where we offer hands-on training. We teach you skills like mobile app development, website development, UI UX design, digital marketing and graphics design, also solar installations too. So we give you these skills, we teach you, we give you a hands-on experience where you actually learn it, not only the theory, you actually do stuff, you build stuff, and you interact with them hands-on. So so there are different reasons. There are three major reasons why you have to choose Supervet Tech, right? So first of all, we are very, very customer centric. So we are all about making our customers grow, right? Our only priority as a company is to see our customers grow. That is our only priority as a company. We are innovation driven, so we leverage latest technology to meet your needs. So as a customer, expect the best and latest technology for every product to build the Supervet Tech, and also expertise, right? Supervet has a team of experienced and dedicated developers and engineers, our designers and creatives of all kinds, who are ready and dedicated to deliver the best solutions to your business. All right, so on the screen right now is our contact information. So if you'd like to apply for our Supervet Tech Academy, where you will learn about mobile app development, UI UX, and all these, and learn the skills, get hands-on training, and we'll guide you also. Supervet Tech will guide you into getting a job too. So we don't just teach you and leave you there. So when you learn with Supervet Tech, we'll still guide you, hold your hand till you start making money from it, you start getting a job. So the Supervet Tech, we don't just teach you like other kind of just teach you and just let you go wandering. We teach you and still guide you on how to get a job on it. So if you're interested in all these, you can reach out to us on this contact. You can chat us up with the number or call the number on the screen, or check out our website, www.superverge.com. And also, you can send us an email at info@superverge.com. All right. Thank you very much. That is from me. And also, currently on the screen, there is a Linktree link on the screen, right? Now, this link, please, I would urge everybody to go to this link, as it would help. It will take you to all our social media handles, right? You'll be able to follow all our social media handles, our TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, so that you see all the latest stuff Superverge Tech is up to. All right. Thank you very much. That is from me. Thank you all once again for coming and having me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kelvin, for that session. So please, does anyone have any question concerning about the company? Rather, if you have any questions about the company, you can just put it in the comment. Do you have any questions about Supervege Tech? Okay, if there are no questions, then we are going to announce our winners for our quiz. I need reactions, please. I need reactions. Reactions, react. Yeah. Okay, so from what I have, our third position goes to Mukhtar Ganiyu. I don't know if I pronounced that well. Mukhtar Ganiyu.
Yeah,
You got
yes,
third
correct.
place. You got third place. Congrats. We have the second position. We have Paul Promise. Paul Promise, congratulations. Well done, well done, well done. Now for the first position. The first position. Reactions, please. Reactions. Reactions. Yeah. So for our first position goes to the first position goes to Collins. A round of applause for Collins. Well done, Collins. Well done, Collins. Well done. Well done. Well done, Collins. So you have to reach out to the WhatsApp number of the company to collect your certificates, and you also have to follow all our social media accounts from the link provided. Yeah, so that's for the this thing. So you have to chat the number on the screen. That's the WhatsApp number on the screen. You have to chat the WhatsApp number on WhatsApp for your certificate, and that's it. So I'm going to call the managing director of the Supervege Tech to give closing remarks. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much, Excellence, for that amazing one there. Now, a quick note: those of you that won gifts, the three winners, please chat the number on the screen. Chat the number on your screen to collect your gift. Three of you, please chat the number on the screen with your name, and then you are going to be giving your gifts. Now, for certificates, for the certificates, we are going to give every single one of you here that partook of this event. We're going to give you a free certificate. You get. But however, for you to get the certificates, you would need to be following at least one of our accounts. One. We have Facebook accounts, we have Instagram accounts, we have TikTok accounts, we have LinkedIn accounts. Those are the four major accounts that we have. So the link is on the screen, the link tree. So when you follow at least one, if you are following Facebook, or is it that you're following LinkedIn, or you're following us on TikTok, or you're following us on Instagram, either one of them. So when you have followed one account, you will chat this number on the screen with maybe with a screenshot of the account you are following, and then your certificate will be sent to your email. Does anybody have any questions about that before I move into the closing remark? Okay, I think everything is well understood. Everything is well understood. So now to my closing remark. I want to use this medium to appreciate each and every one of you for your rapt attention, for your presence. I thank the team, my team. I thank Kelvin, Excellence, Bisola, every one of you that puts together efforts, time, resources to make this a reality. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I thank each and every one of you that are here, that are present. Mr. Adenola, Mr. Abdullah, Mr. Adekem, Mrs. Adekemi, Adenola, Adeyeye, Daniel, Aisha, Adebayo, Akorede, Taiwo, some Abubakar, some friends, Ayinde, Curtis, Excellence. My mom is here. Shout out to my mom, Mrs. Folu-Agoi. Thank you for your presence. Thank you, Ishola. Yes, thank you, Collins. Adio Mohammed, Doi is here. Ola Digide Obanla is here. Thank you so much. Osondu Wisdom, thank you. Oyedokun Samuel, thank you. Paul Promise, Rizel Ane, thank you. Mr. Samuel Fadikbe. Yes, I just observed that is the Mr. Samuel I know, a very great mentor, a very great friend. He helped me when I was in campus a lot. He was there to be my mentor, a computer guru. Thank you, sir, for honoring us for your presence here. I'm really grateful. And Tristan and Victoria, that's my social media manager. I appreciate you
too for organizing this wonderful program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pleasure is all mine, sir. Thank you so much. I just realized that you are here with us. I recognize your name. Thank you for joining. I'm very grateful, sir. Thank you for all you do for us, for the younger generation of tech enthusiasts. Thank you, sir. Yes. So then my social media, then Victoria is also here to thank you so much for what you do. She's our social media manager. You have been doing an amazing work and continue. So thank you all so much. I'm not I'm not sure if I've not mentioned your name, just thank you. If I mention your name, thank you. I'm very grateful. And I want to assure you that we are going to be organizing more training programs, more free webinars to train you, to build you, to give you all the skills you need to have a great career, to live a comfortable life, to be better people, better individuals, and better tech practitioners. So have a lovely day from SuperVeg Tech and our team. Thank you. Bye-bye. Please make sure you charge this number for a certificate. Please charge the number for a certificate. Every one of you are entitled to a free certificate. Follow one of our accounts with the link tree and charge the number for a certificate on WhatsApp, please. And then you will all be certified. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being on this call. Mr. Adenola, your hands are raised up. Please, if you have any question or any addition, please chat the CEO of SuperVeg Tech. Chat in him up to ask the questions, please.
No, I
Thank
was
you,
asking.
everyone.
There's nothing.
Yes, please just text him and ask him your question. Thank you, everyone, for being on this call. Before you leave this call, please say something in the comment section. Say thank you, SuperVeg Tech. Thank you, Mr. Abisayo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you don't leave the call without saying thank you to SuperVeg Tech. This is a rare knowledge. Yes, thank you, thank you. I appreciate as many that are doing this. Thanks to SuperVeg Tech. Thanks Mr. Abisayo and the team that put this together. The social media manager, the whole team, the whole force. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend.
All I know is that right from the moment that it was confirmed, because I was where I was working with And that's because it's theater. I went on that because for looking at my
You got me born on spoil my now it's you like today, go instead of now it's you like today, and here you're here. Yeah, yeah, no nice see. I don't it's still not so I don't tire for not so I said that.